Good morning, everyone. We're about to bring you the latest COVID-19 UAE updates. However, if you found this podcast through an article, which so many of you are doing, please hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcasts so you can get your Dubai news daily.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Lovin Dubai show. It's your producer and co-host for the day, Shahira Kindi, and I'm kidding. I turned her mic off for the day. I'm just kidding.
Just kidding. That was me not talking. He just wanted to do a small, funny situation before we start a thing. So I'm like, okay, you know what? It's his big reveal.
What's up, guys? Nice to finally meet all of you, or I do know all of you.
So this is his face reveal that he very much compared to a gender reveal, pregnancy reveal. So there you go.
I was basically saying there's like a gender reveal when someone's pregnant because you know what's happening, but you don't know what it's going to be like.
Yeah, so for those of you who messaged us non-stop for days, what does your producer look like? We can only hear what he sounds like. What's his personality like? What does he wear? What's his style? Oh, there you go. This is him. This is Shahir Kindi.
All your questions finally answered.
We have the man in front of our eyes now for you guys. But getting down to our top trending stories, Dubai is all prayers for Afghanistan after the tragic scenes that unfolded at Kabul airport yesterday. And Dubai residents are shipping medical supplies to Lebanon amid severe fuel crisis.
And Sunasan Sports are bringing back the fun in athletic activities, making sports fun again. And we also have an interview with the one, the only Paul van Dijk later on.
Yes, and we'll also be talking about the two Emiratis who will be sent to
simulation of what Mars is going to be like. It's an 8-month program, all about that later in the show.
Yes, but before we get into that, our sponsor for today's show is Sunasan Sports, who have taken initiative to make sports fun again for children, and more on that later. But first, have you showered, Shahir?
Well, that's not the question you should be running off. Basically, there's been a lot of debate on the internet with A-list celebrities and people in Hollywood because they keep bringing up them not showering. Yeah.
So would you call yourself an A-lister since
not
you're
me,
pretty much in that as well?
But thank you. But a bunch of people, this all started basically with Taylor Swift, right? A few years ago on the Ellen show, she said that she doesn't wash her legs and uses the shaving cream as soap, and that's her resource for leg cleanliness.
Yeah.
Or lack of. And since then, a bunch of people have been bringing up what's been going on with them. For example, Kristen Bell only said she only showers with her children at the same time, and she's saying this is due to the drought that's been going on in California. So it's all environmental purposes from her end. Her and her husband too. This was also on the Dax Shepard show with Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher, who literally had the exact same conversation. They were like, "We don't shower unless we see dirt on ourselves."
Yeah, exactly. That's the internet is going wild about these statements, like Mila Kunis, Ashton Kutcher not showering their kids, Taylor Swift not washing her legs. People are like, do you just stop after a certain your upper body and then that's it?
I just don't get how long you have to go before you see dirt on yourself. With what goes on with us, I see your deodorant all the time, and that's post shower. I'm bringing this up because
that's not post shower. That's a substitute to showering for Shahir.
Not the truth.
My deodorant.
But my point is, you go out throughout the day very cautious about how you smell and what's going on. So I don't get how you can go days without showering. And I blame social media because they broke this boundary between celebrity and their fans to where they feel comfortable saying this.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a few can relate, but the majority are just what even?
It doesn't make sense to me.
It makes no sense. Yeah, because us normal people, we shower every day. I don't know, but maybe is it actually environmentally friendly?
I guess if you're showering with your kids, it does make sense that it would be.
How old are her kids? Are they
They're
babies?
like infants, not all of them, but yeah.
Not all of them?
But a group family shower, that's pushing it.
That is pushing it.
And then you have Jake Gyllenhaal saying, I found showering less necessary as days go on. But that was more about the O's and stuff. Moving on.
Swiftly moving on. Talking with Taylor Swift there.
Good one.
Nice. Okay, we'll be getting down to our stories for today. Dubai is all prayers for Afghanistan after the tragic scenes that unfolded at the Kabul airport yesterday. Now, following the UAE and other major international airlines suspending and rerouting flights to avoid Afghan airspace, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation has confirmed that evacuation of the UAE's diplomatic mission from the capital was underway and diplomats are expected to arrive back today. Now, additionally, we shared horrific footage of scenes that unfolded at the Kabul airport yesterday, where hundreds of Afghanis could be seen attempting to escape on a US military evacuation flight. And they attempted so by clinging onto the wings to the wheels of the aircraft. Soon after the flight's departure, eyewitnesses claimed to have seen 3 persons falling from the jet, and their bodies were reportedly found on top of building rooftops. Now, these alarming incidents are a result of the Taliban apocalypse, where the country has been completely besieged by the militant group after 2 decades of being ousted from power. Now, with the grave concern over the safety of women, girls, and children, the UN sat for a meeting yesterday to discuss peaceful settlement strategies and are hoping the outcome protects the hard-won rights of women and halts all human rights violations. And it is a very scary situation that is going on in Afghanistan right now, and as you all know, social media is completely flooded with posts in tribute to Afghanistan, praying for Afghanistan. People are donating to the country, donating to the relief charities over there. So our thoughts and prayers are out with Afghanistan right now, and we will give you more of those updates as we get them.
I think this is one of the saddest and scariest things we've heard in a while. For you to feel like you have to escape, with all the traffic that happened prior, then people literally barging into planes until the planes were at beyond full capacity. Yeah. And for you to literally sit on a wing after that, I can't imagine the type of horror and terror there must be.
Yeah, the desperation, honestly.
For that to be your only solution.
Yeah, it's like getting away from one horrible situation, and that's the only form of escape for them. It is, you see this in movies and some situations like this, and you're like, oh, but this is happening in reality, and it's the reality for so many people. It's just tragic to think what they're going through, and that also the women and children, their safety factor. It's really sad.
It's not like they're taking bags with them or even thinking about like passports or whatever. It's completely insane. It's surreal. It's sad.
Leaving behind all their belongings, their life savings, everything.
Yeah, exactly. Our thoughts and prayers are with them and their families. Hopefully things will change at some point. It's just been the most tragic story for the longest time now.
Yeah.
But moving on to our second story. So life on Mars seems to be becoming more of a reality and less of a song by David Bowie. And this is as 2 Emirati men have been selected for basically a Mars simulation that's going to be happening later this year. And it's basically going to simulate what life could be like outside of where we are now and what the opportunities are going to be like.
Yeah. Is that it?
I thought you were going to take over. Basically, the mission is called Crew 1, and it's a part of the CIRUS research, which is the Scientific International Research and Unique Terrestrial Station. The program is a pivotal step towards creating human settlement on Mars by 2117, which is a long way away if you think about it, but we're now closer than we've ever been. So a step forward.
A step forward. And the 2 participants named Abdullah Al-Hamidi and Salah Al-Ameri are set to take on an 8-month-long training process taking place in Moscow later this year in the NEK ground-based analog facility. And during the application process, there were 172 applications between the ages of 28 and 55. The candidates also had to undertake medical and physiometric tests to assess their psychometric tests to assess their suitability for the challenge.
By the way, I couldn't pronounce the word psychometrics for the longest time. I had to repeat it like 12 times this morning, so I don't blame you. I've never read the word before. But my question to you is, do you think you would be able to do this? 8 months.
8 months.
3 months.
You know, my question yesterday while I was like reading this in the news, I'm just like, we are spending so much to develop life on Mars and for us to move to Mars. Why don't we spend that much to just like sustain life on Earth? You know what I'm saying?
1000% agree. We're gonna have to live with basically headpieces just to like have breathable oxygen and stuff like that. That to me is insane. You 1000% have a point. It makes complete sense. I think that literally if the same amount of money has been dedicated to this and would put towards environmental causes, we'd be looking at a brighter future. I don't think we're doing enough.
But that's the thing with like humans and our tendencies, right? Like we've already pushed so much into the technological field. We just want to push more boundaries and like get living on places that are like inhabitable right now.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to do, like just push the boundary. But yeah, just the other day, my friend was like, no one cares about stuff that's happening on Earth. Like rich people don't care anymore because eventually they're all going to move to Mars.
But that's what's going to happen then. Are we going to do the exact same situation? And what if Mars can't handle how much we're going to do the same way we've done here? That's the scary part to me.
Right?
Like, it's just going to be a cycle of not learning our lessons. But back to the question, do you think you can do it?
Do you think
3 months.
In the simulation?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably could.
After the... after the test being taken and all that,
I just feel like convincing them the whole while. I have 3 months to convince them. I'll be like, why are we spending so much for life on Mars?
Sim is just sending rant emails to the administration like, please, let's change Earth first.
Why are we putting this into Earth? But would you be able to do this?
I feel like I've done a total of 2 to 3 months of self-isolation, so that's basically the same thing. I don't know what the circumstances are. There's not much in what the actual environment's going to be like or what they can expect. I think they're rolling out information really slowly, so I don't know what to expect. I'll just expect like being alone with someone.
Yeah, I feel like you are in the office with us, but in your mind he's all isolated, so this is like the perfect thing for you.
Lovin Extra is here. This is the new membership, and while absolutely nothing changes for our readers, extra members get access to premium content, exclusive competitions, and first look for tickets and access to the coolest events across the city, and Lovin merch. If you subscribe right now, a very cool Lovin Red Eco Water bottle will be delivered to your door.
Another good bit of isolation.
Okay. Moving on to our next story. Dubai residents are shipping medical supplies to Lebanon amid severe fuel crisis. Now, Dubai residents...
Sorry.
Now just days after Lebanon mourned the tragic August 4th Beirut port blast, which killed more than 200 people, the country was left shaken yet again by an explosion in the Akkar district in Lebanon. Now, on Sunday, August 15th, a fuel tank explosion left 20 dead and 79 fatally injured amidst a time when the country has plunged into a major fuel crisis.
The death toll was reported by the Lebanese Red Cross. However, the cause of the explosion still remains unknown. The tank blast was the last straw for the Lebanese residents since the country's central bank governor, Riyad Salameh, announced that the bank would no longer subsidize fuel imports, causing a wave of panic to sweep across the country.
Now, the shortage of fuel has resulted in power cuts that last more than 22 hours per day, causing hospitals, pharmacies, transportation, businesses, and homes that depend on diesel to come to a complete halt. With that being said, the blast, along with crippling fuel shortages, have left hospitals in critical condition, and Dubai-based Lebanese expats prove once again that no matter what the crisis is, they'll stand hand in hand with their brothers and sisters back home by putting together drives to ship all sorts of essentials, and this time they are shipping back medical supplies. And one such expat helping out is a 21-year-old Tamara Noura, who is one of Dubai's youngest fashion icons, and taking to her Instagram, she boasts of an 83.7k strong InstaFam followers. Tamara shared a post asking her community to donate essentials that will come in aid to victims in Lebanon.
Other expats have also taken to social media to share donation drives along with the location to help make it easier for those looking to contribute. Local reports claim that Lebanese military conducted raids and confiscated more than 78,000 liters of gasoline stored at two separate gas stations. Amidst alarming fuel shortages, the Army deployed soldiers to petrol stations across the country to operate and once again open up stations to the public after several days.
Yeah, Lebanon is said to be crippled by one of the world's worst economic crises since the 1850s, according to the World Bank. And really, our thoughts and prayers go out. It's a very scary time. Like, multiple countries across the world are facing such horrible crisis, and the least we can do sitting here in Dubai, where we are so privileged and we have the essentials, where we have access to so many things, is donate to these countries, donate to those in need and the helpless. So we can, like, if you are there if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, you can see the posts beside us, and you can reach out to them on Instagram and Twitter, and you can just basically ask them for their PIN and donate whatever little you can, because every contribution makes a difference.
You know, despite everything that is happening in the world, there's basically a crisis everywhere in every continent. The thing about places like Dubai is that people are still being aware, despite all the privilege that we have here, all the access that we have to literally whatever you want. Everything is made so accessible, so easy to us. Despite all of this happening, people are still taking initiative and wanting change and wanting to help others. So I think since I've moved to Dubai, that's one thing that I've noticed everywhere. Everyone wants to help, everyone wants to contribute. And it's just amazing to see.
And that is so amazing. Like, be it Ramadan, be it during when Turkey had the wildfires, no matter the crisis, like you said, like, Dubai residents are more than happy to help contribute in whatever way they can. And during COVID-19, there were so many. Okay, yeah. During COVID-19, there were so many people in need, and residents were all help and aid.
Literally all hands on deck. That should be Dubai's slogan. All hands on deck. Everyone wants to help. Everyone wants to support. And yeah.
Yeah. So
good job, guys.
Let's get into sun and sands now. A little bit of a lighter topic.
So we've all heard of the thermometer, but this mom has been taking things to an extreme level, I think. On the left side of the screen, you can see footage shared with us of a mother screaming at her child from the edge of a running track. The video went viral and had many questioning what is healthy pressure for children in sports or in anything really.
Yeah, so in light of the current conversations surrounding pressures on athletes, Sun and Sand Sports has recognized this conversation and is trying to change the current narrative against unhealthy pressure in sports through their social initiative to #MakeSportsFun. So there was, like, earlier we posted this video of, like, a mom screaming at her child, and this really brought about such a huge conversation, a debate on social media of, like, this is not healthy, you know, like.
And with what's happening in the Olympics, with
the pressure, yeah.
People are quitting. Imagine getting up to the Olympics and saying, training your whole life basically for the Olympics, and getting to that stage and saying, you know what, my mental state is more important than whatever this represents.
Yeah.
Being on that level and taking a step back for yourself, that sense of awareness should be with parents regardless. So I think it's really great that these conversations are even taking place to begin with, because more and more we're realizing how we're communicating with people, how we can change the way we communicate to people, and what can be done basically.
And that you're coming from a sports brand that's
renowned.
Great. Yeah, that's great, because, like, parents will actually, like, you know, it'll be a wake-up call for them if they are putting that sense of pressure on their children. Like, okay, you're good at this sport, now I want you to excel at it, and put that added pressure. Like, children really cannot handle that, and it's just like okay, hold on, I gotta take a step back. I gotta realize what I'm putting my kids through, what I'm putting my children through. So Sun and Sand Sports, this is amazing. And just want to ask, like, did you ever have pressure growing up as a child for sports?
Not sports, no. My dad just specifically cared about grades, but I would put pressure on myself to skate. And Sun and Sand Sports was the only place you can get a skateboard where I grew up in Oman. So.
Can you skateboard?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not amazing, but I can. And that would be the only sport I would ever be passionate about. And I put pressure on myself because I didn't have the environment around me. My mom, on the other hand, is extremely athletic. She has all these medals all over the downstairs living room. And it was always her passion and something that she wanted to do. No one ever asked her to do it. And I think because she had that natural desire to do it for the fun of it, basically, she was good at it and she excelled.
Oh, nice.
Right? What happened to me?
Oh, she didn't pass on the athletic qualities to Shahir.
My younger brother got that.
Oh, okay. Well, you have like a billion siblings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Two younger, two older, you're in the middle.
Brothers and then a baby sister. Yeah. Shout out
Adora.
to you guys. But yeah, like we're all different. We all have different interests, and I think our parents acknowledging that and let us be who we want to be as individuals, that made us excel in the fields or interests that we wanted to go to. So
just the support means so much, like the support from parents, and like you said, like you were pressurized for grades, like that was more of your focus. So yeah, I mean, this initiative, it's for sports, but then you can put it into all kind of sectors, into grades and musical kind of inclinations, all of that, and like just realize pressure, healthy pressure to a point is good, you know, like just that push that you need to give, but going overboard with it, it can be like lead to serious complications later on, like mental stress, physical stress, and all of that.
And it's going to affect you for the rest of your life, and to a point where you're not even going to acknowledge it. So I think the best approach in life is literally to just go all in and do the best that you can and just leave it at that.
Yeah. And with that, we conclude today's show. Remember to shower.
If there's one thing you took from this segment today,
is shower. Normal. But if you want to have the celebrity mindset, then maybe not shower and just be like, you know what, Mila Kunis doesn't shower. Ashton Kutcher doesn't shower.
I wouldn't listen to her. I wouldn't listen to Mila Kunis.
Just shower. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess just shower. Just shower for the sake of humanity. Thank you for watching. We'll be here same time, same place tomorrow and every day after that.
Guys, that is a wrap for the Lovin Daily. We are back same time, same place every weekday morning. And of course, don't miss the Lovin Show every Tuesday where I chat with Dubai personalities. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and have a great day.